All right. Welcome back to Bible for Talk. Bible for Talk is where we talk about Bible, scripts about Bible, books about Bible, man. Right now we are going through Brother Herbert J Brunswick book, and we are reading the series, The Hidden Truth Revealed, and we on section 6, book 6, verse 6, whichever one, 6. It is called Come Out of Here, My People. Very good book, man. It's the point, come out of here, my people, is very important. Even to when there was in Egypt, when the Father said Moses would take his people out. I think even the Christ say the same thing. It is very important for us to understand what we need to do to come out of here. What is her? What is her? Very important. And we need to understand that. So this book is very enlightening. So, without further ado, let me go and continue the reading of this book, because I'm now trying to keep it under 15 minutes, man. Time, I gotta do better time management. Better time management I have to do. All right, last sentence. No fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. All right. Those of us who are direct descendants of the children of Israel, whose forefather come to this country in slave ship, God, Yahweh had prophesied in Deuteronomy 28, 63 to 68, that we would serve other gods, which neither our father have known, mainly because our forefather partake idolatries. But idolatries was the major cause for us to receive this curse which God, Yahweh, declared in Deuteronomy 28. Once again, people, please, every book, every chapter, every verse, please do read. If it's like right now, this is Deuteronomy 28, that's the entire chapter. Read the chapter. If it's Deuteronomy 25 verse, whatever, read the verse. Read a little bit above, a little bit below. Always keep it in context. It's very important for you to keep things in context. You know what I mean? Like right now, his major point is, and in this entire book, is verses he's going to show to back up is saying, where the Father is telling his people to come out to her, and he's going to prove what is her. I think that's what this topic is. Warning. Flee idolatry and fornication. So this is his topic. Scriptures to back up what he's saying when the Father tells the people to come out of, flee from idolatry and fornication. All right, so when you're going to read in the chapter, put that in your thoughts so you can get the whole big picture. Right? God had prophesied in Deuteronomy 28, 63 to 68, that we would serve other gods, which neither our fathers have known, mainly because our fornication of have known, mainly because our forefather practiced idolatry. But idolatry was the major cause for us to receive this curse which God, Yahweh, declared in Deuteronomy 28. God, Yahweh, told his people in Exodus 34, 8 to 17, to destroy the altars, break the images, and cut down the groves of the people of the land, that his people would not go or whoring after other gods and do sacrifice unto them. Our forefathers did not obey God's Yahweh commandments. Now, look at what has happened to us today. Exactly what God, Yahweh, said would happen. We were placed into slavery and have been serving other gods ever since, and have lost the identity of our true heritage. Also in Leviticus chapter 20, verse 1 to 8, to see more about how God's Yahweh people pursued other gods. I would also like to invite you to attend one of our seminar on Black in the Bible. All are welcome. Seminar Black in the Bible. There's no you can give no information about it other than to attend it. There's no information about it. I think I have papers about that, about blacks in the Bible, because I think I did went to that teaching. I'm gonna look that up and see if I did went and read about that. Revelation 18:4 is telling God's people, Yahweh, not to partake in worshiping the beasts and following the doctrine of these religious systems. So, why are churches today not warning their people to come out of this counterfeit religious system that caused them to worship contrary to God's commandments, Yahweh commandments? Well, how can churches warn their people to come out of themselves? Well, how can churches warn their people to come out of themselves? We all inherit, and many still maintain, traditions handed down to us by our forefathers, who, for lack of knowledge, were deceived into being part of this system because it was all they knew. They didn't know how to read. Therefore, they accept the doctrine their slave owners taught them. Naturally, the slave owners were partakers of this system and misused the definition of grace to justify their wretched ways. I want to know, is it that these people didn't know to read, or they just didn't know to read English? I mean, that would be a very good question. When they said they brought them over on the ship. When they brought these black people over, or these people over for black people from and bring them here, and they said they didn't know how to read. Was it that they didn't know to read and write, or they just didn't know to read and write English? Thoughts. Something to think about. Okay. Churches today would drive people away if they were to change their doctrine and teach truth. That is true. Most churches do not teach truth. It's a doctrine, basically. The brainwash system is not truth. And I'm going to say, probably going to start to make it an effort to put it in every video now. They are not teaching spiritual growth. Now, they're not doing things for your spirit to grow. They are basically feeding a mental state of fulfillment or pleasure or happiness for something. You know, most of their topic might be a going something based upon what they see out there or what's going on in the world, or what they think is going on based upon the congregation. So they're going to come up with a topic we're going to make everybody feel good based upon their circumstances. But it's not about the truth. It's not about feeding that spirit. And the Father said people are going to hate you and dislike you. Fingers Christ, hate you and dislike you for the truth. The truth. But it's going to set you free. It's going to set you free from a lot of things. Probably friends, family, loved ones, girlfriend, wife, jobs. It's probably going to set you free from a lot of things. But you're going to be free. Because as long as you serve and do the things of the Father, He's going to always make sure you get what you need. And even if He set you free from these people, He's going to put people in your life that is on the same wavelength, a mind link as you. So you will get company. Don't ever be afraid of being alone. Even if you keep you alone, it's still because you need to work more on you. Remember that. Churches today, remember that. Churches today would drive people away if they were to change their doctrine and teach truth. Little do most know that conventional churches are byproduct of the mother church. This mother church created these traditions to deceive people into believing false doctrine, which caused believers to sin against God, Yahweh. Revelation 17, 1-5, tell us more about this mother church whose offspring commit fornication with the merchants of the world. Right now, merchants is running the world, bro. Right now. All right. It reads, and there come one of the 7 angels which had the 7 veil, and walked with me, saying unto me, come here. Hither, they said, but come here. I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many water, with whom the king of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having seven heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet colored, and decked with gold and precious stone and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abomination and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was the name written, Mystery, Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. Wow. 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 So, in the past 2,000 years, it become easier to accept the change in 2 of God's commandments, and to believe and accept the justification given for these changes. Also, it is easier to teach that God will save you from going through the great tribulation and from being killed for defending the gospel, and not be challenged with the deception to bow down and worship the beast. You're gonna go through it. You're gonna go through it. I think at that time it's gonna be a lot of people. That's gonna prove and break whatever chain and whatever thing connecting them to the world, that they're willing to give up their life for that. Just saying, where Christ gave up his life to save us. I think that's at that time it's gonna be the same way. It's gonna be, man, I don't know. Sometimes I wish I could go through it. Sometimes I wish I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, that's that time when you're weak in spirit. You know what I mean? But if you're any strong in spirit, man, to anything you could go through to prove to the Father that you were there with him, you will not be shy away with. Be just like Christ. Take this cup from me, but if it is your will, I'll drink it. You know what I mean? So that must be your mindset. Where was I? With the decision to bow down and worship the beast or its image. But the Bible tells us that the religious system is causing a post bridge bride of Christ to commit fornication with the world. Revelation 17:5. And God is telling his people, the bride of Christ, to come out of her. Alright, I'm gonna stop right here for today and continue on tomorrow. Let me check and see something. Yeah, we as believers must understand what we're up against. I must understand that this is a fight between life and death, and you must understand that, like Christ says, those who give their life to save their life, lose their life, or whosoever lose their life for his life, gain life. I mean, something like that. I'm not 100% sure it goes like that, but that's what you have to understand. It's gonna come a time where you will be tested. You will be tested, and you must be strong. And no matter what your worst fear is, that might be your test. You know what I mean? So overcome it. Break the chains of this world. Don't like any things of this world. Don't be in love with any things of this world. Because if you are, it's gonna probably be your test. The thing that is in this world that you love the most probably will be your test, and you'll have to cut it, break it, so you can live better. All right. Once again, thank you once again for joining me here at Bible for Talk. Until next time, please like, share, subscribe, click that notification bell so you could get every video when they drop. Until next time.